Healthy ecosystems, regenerative economies and thriving communities, a utopia that can become a reality through social innovation and concrete collaborative action. The bioregional weaving labs, supported by the Robert Bosch Stiftung, are lighthouse projects for bioregional rethinking, community involvement and systemic change.
We work in different bioregions and they have very different circumstances from an ecological perspective, but also from a social and cultural perspective. We want to mobilize 1 million change makers that help to restore, protect and regenerate 1 million hectares of land and sea in Europe. We have multiple crises in today's world. We have climate change, we have biodiversity loss, we have pollution of air and water. And we believe that only a holistic approach can help us to solve these issues, and a bioregion is a perfect scale to address those problems, and especially when you do it in an experimental weaving approach, then we believe you find the right answers.
To date, 8 bioregional weaving labs have emerged and bring together a wide variety of local participants who work to achieve systemic change.
Bioregions are not defined by political borders, but rather by natural resources. So, for example, a river that is flowing from the mountains through the farm fields to the sea, it's all connected as one natural ecosystem. And on the other hand, the scale of a bioregion gives people the opportunity to reconnect to the place that they live and eat from, to find solutions to problems that are otherwise very abstract.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, all bioregional weaving labs in Europe have a similar goal. And in Waterford specifically, the goal is really to focus on food and farming being the primary land users. So that's also where most of the impact could be. But then there's so many other impacts that could be had in terms of health benefits, in terms of biodiversity benefits, and in terms of involvement of citizens from any age.
Why are the bioregional weaving labs so successful? Everyone plays their own role and has their own tasks at one of the weaving labs. Sarah is one example and works as a weaver in Ireland.
A weaver looks at the relationships between people and the projects and the place that they live, and they look for connections that would build new relationships that as a whole could make big scale change intentionally. So anyone from a teacher to an individual, to a policymaker, to a media person, whoever it is that's part of that transition. And then I often get in touch with them. I say, can I come and learn more about what you're doing? And I will go to their place and I will ask and be curious about what they're doing. And then they were invited into a bigger multi-stakeholder kind of workshop. Then we try and see if, as part of a diverse group of people, we can see connections that together could make the big scale transition. Well, we're doing it by co-writing a manifesto and getting people together to say that we need to change the way that we're working from fragmented projects to joined up, having this collective vision. So we're giving people inspiration to actually get involved in this way of working. We're giving people access to new knowledge, both from each other, but also from outside the bioregion for inspiration. So we're doing lots and lots of different things because it's a complex problem, it's going to have a complex solution.
The bioregional weaving lab in Spain tackles its own unique problems.
Estamos enfrentando problemas de erosión y el terreno cada vez está más árido. También la polución del agua debido a los fertilizantes y añadiendo esto también un problema social, ya que la gente no se está como uniendo como para la regeneración de nuestro paisaje. La gente cada vez está más polarizada y separada.
Weaving is different in each context and has to be adapted to the unique needs of each region. In response to the changing ecological, social and financial conditions, the local partner organisation in Spain has been supporting farmers and helping them to improve their regenerative practices since 2015. The learning journey continues.
Hemos aprendido que trabajando juntos y estando unidos podemos llegar más lejos. Entonces tenemos varios proyectos como el Banco de Maquinaria Compartida y varios eventos en los que la gente puede intercambiar sus opiniones y sus ideas y puedan crecer juntos para tener una mejor sociedad, más unida, más cohesión, vivir con dignidad en las zonas rurales y tener un futuro más próspero.
So weaving is a way to get engaged, to not feel alone anymore when you have your own concept and trying to change things. I think the community feeling is very important, and it's a way to inform yourself about what is happening in the world of landscape restoration, nature protection and regeneration.